I think we can all agree that the 76ers process was a huge failure. Let's see how the players that were part of that process are doing now. Yes, believe it or not, Jrue Holiday was one of the first members of the process and actually an all-star with the team. After that first all-star appearance though, he was quickly traded to the Pelicans, and well over the last 5 years, he has doubled the amount of rings that the 76ers have had in the last 50. Nobody can forget Ben Simmons. To be honest, started his career red hot, 3-time all-star, all-defensive team multiple times, even all-NBA. And then a combination of mental health and injuries have really just turned this guy into a completely different basketball player. It's really sad because he had a crazy amount of potential. Speaking of injuries ruining a player, Markelle Fultz was the first overall pick. The guy was touted as Dwayne Wade with a three-pointer. He essentially got a very obscure injury in his shoulder, and that kind of messed up his shooting. And from that, he tried to recreate his shot, and it just didn't work out. He does still hold the NBA record, though, for youngest player to ever have a triple-double. People forget that Nerlens Noel was kind of the second coming of Anthony Davis. And in some aspects, he was a better defensive prospect being drafted than AD. He unfortunately tore his ACL at Kentucky, which really killed his draft stock and I think killed a lot of his athleticism. Though he was a serviceable starter / backup for a bunch of years. Guys, remember Michael Carter-Williams? He exploded onto the scene with a near quadruple double against the Miami Heat, who had just won a title. He then went on to win Rookie of the Year with like Westbrook-esque stats. And from that, his production just fell off a cliff, mostly because the 76ers weren't going to let him, shoot it 30 times a game. And it kind of exposed that he really wasn't that great of a player.